gentlemen, Nigerian champions, City Oilers. What will change?
I would say the issue was one. Titus and Fire that win the championship. The kind of basketball they played today, game 6 was the what, let's finish it. And Jimmy was putting the point as well. Jimmy Nabi he has been playing in this series. He has been a problem. Yes, Todd has been doing a good job, but Jimmy has been a big problem in this series. Jimmy and Titus have been a big problem in this game. I was saying that for some of those series, you put up a good fight, a good fight. I was happy when I saw a rotation in game 5. There was a good rotation in the fourth quarter. Excellent rotation from the court. And guess what? They delivered. I would say it has been a good series, general, from the men.
Yes, of course, at the very start, again, I predicted that the City Oilers would take this. I thought they would take it much easier, but I suppose KIU put up a good fight. What will change? It's difficult to say because Oilers is still arguably one of the more organized teams in the league.
It's the most organized.
It's the most organized team in the league. One can argue that they have a good first unit and a good rotation. They've had a coach who has won 9 times in a row, and in this season has also won with the ladies, with JPL Lady Dolphins. They're going for BAL, meaning they're getting more exposure. They're getting to play with players in Africa and the continent at the highest level, and that of course comes back to translate into certain things. Of course, you can see certain players like Fayed, like Jimmy, like Tony, who went for BAL. You can see the extra effort they have and the difference. You can see the ball movement on the court, how City Oil wants to play. So I think other teams in the men's division have to actually step up to that. City Oil puts the challenge up, and the other teams have to meet it. So I think before they do that, not so much will change.
Yeah, they'll come back strong because that's a good rotation. That's a good roster. I would say that's a good roster. But because of the FOBA issues and them that to pull out, generally, I would say it's the fault of the federation because communication is key to the teams. These are stakeholders. But all in all, they're coming back strong because also they're coming back strong. Coming back strong next season, they're coming to play basketball. And we shall see another challenger of the Oilers.
My question to Namblazers is that in case this happens again next season, will they pull out?
It can't happen again because the competition is already done. They can't pull out. It can't happen again. It's now done because the league has now changed. They're going to start the league, I think, in February, early February. So that was the issue. The federation never communicated to the teams as early as possible.
Gentlemen, who chose their fight? Were you impressed by the selection?
I was impressed. I can't say
yeah, for the men's game.
I can't say it's a bad one. I was impressed. It was a good selection. Generally, it was a good selection. I can't be like, no, this one. I was so impressed with everything.
Yeah, because a point guard, I think the KIU point guard really stood out.
Yeah.
And I think shooting forward was royal work. I think he stood out. I think the PF was Titus.
Was that as dead?
And
the
5 was Melo.
Side.
And I think the SG should have been some chap from Legion. I think overall that was a good selection. Oh, there's this team. What's it called? It puts on red. Rockets?
Tampa Rockets.
Yes. I think it plays some really interesting basketball. Yeah. And I think there should be a team to watch out for next season. As numbers are still making up their minds to play.
Not some of these teams. When they made up their minds, they're going to play next season.
Yes, I'm just being petty.
I know. He deserves it. He has had a good season actually. He has had a good season. I just rested them the 2-3 games because of this thing, but he came back and he's the MVP. He deserves it.
Yes, he was the MVP, but I can say I expected a little bit more from him. I mean, there are some decisions that he would take on the court that would be absolutely mind-boggling, like when he would choose to take a 3-pointer with 17 seconds remaining on the clock. I think he can improve as a player. He's a player with a high ceiling and a high potential. Yes.
Any regards to the men's game?
Of course, next season you're going to see more interesting basketball from the men. You're going to see teams are going to step up. I know they're going to sign players. Hope the players join the teams just and give them playing time, and they stop complaining about coaches not giving them playing time. Let them sign for teams that can give them playing time, and this can pay them as well and on time.
But the aspect of being a team is that you should appreciate that not all of you will play. I mean, the coach can only put 5 of you on the court, and it's also essential for you to understand that not all players are meant to be superstars on a team. Some players need to appreciate that at best they will be role players, and that's what they'll be able to, and that's what the coach will be able to do. Of course, the coach normally has his starting 5, so either the player has to force his way into the rotation, into the starting 5, or has to appreciate the fact that they are role players, and when they come into their role, then they should be able to play. For example, I can give an example of Ben Komakech. Whenever he has come on for City Oilers, he has made an impact. The Ben Komakech minutes haven't been wasted minutes, but there are some players where when we have a rotation, and the team doesn't get that push, that impact, right? There was, for example, in the ladies' game, a point when a whole bench did not produce any points for the entire time when the rotation was on the court. So I think that, of course, as the players want to play, then they should also work on these other issues, such that we get to have more entertaining basketball come next season.